start off with Skellington. Skellington, you're facing eye to eye with this dragon, and you believe it to be Thier. Skellington has no real recollection. Has no real recollection of what happened in the whole backstory of Thier. As a matter of fact, the last that you saw this dragon, it wasn't even able to fly yet, I believe.
I can't remember.
No, I think he was like, he would try.
Yeah,
Like, he
wasn't
would,
he
like-
young?
Yeah, he would
He was
like flap
very,
He
his
was
very-
wings
like a
and get, like,
young dragon?
He was a wormling
kinda
still.
hoppy.
Was he a wormling?
He was a wormling still when you last saw him. Well, Thier's a her, so let's get that pronoun straight. So yeah, Thier is a her. And yep, the last time you saw her, you didn't even know the gender. It's just a wormling. Trying to fly, trying to grow up.
No,
Wasn't
we
quite
knew
there
it was
yet.
a her because I always referred to her as a her. We knew
For
it was
some
a
reason,
her.
I always remember Thier as a him, but
Mhm.
whatever. It's
No.
dragon.
Mandela effect within the D&D party. I love it.
Oh my gosh.
Look at that. All right, so
I
go
don't
ahead.
believe-
Skellington. It is you.
I mean, I believe I made my words. It doesn't seem to be interested in answering back. If anybody else wants to take a look, you're more than happy to look outside and see our friend, is what I'll call him or
Oh, look.
her.
Can Samato look out?
Samato can look out, and Samato sees a very ancient dragon.
I'll fly out and hover up and look down at the dragon and speak to it in Draconic. Are you a friend or a foe?
Both and neither.
That's vague.
Sometimes
to
things
cause
need
trouble?
to be. Am I here to cause trouble? Of course I'm not here to cause trouble, unless you're looking for it.
Might I just say, I've not seen a beast as grand as you.
That is because they've destroyed us all.
Then you are a dragon.
Of course. What else do I be?
And what's your name?
She looks down and speaks to you in... Are you speaking in Draconic or Common? I don't think you speak Draconic, right?
Draconic.
Okay.
I speak Draconic.
So then she will respond in Draconic. Thier.
Man, you've gotten a little bigger than the last time I saw you.
She looks
You know this dragon.
down. She looks down at you and kind of comes back to your level. Realizes the what you're wearing and says, "Reveal yourself."
Oh, yes. One second. I'll leave
When-
the cart and then more approach so that my back is facing everybody else. And I'm a good distance, so it would be impossible to see me. I'll lift off my mask.
So, just to understand, Samato is outside flying.
Is he? Okay.
Yes.
Then I'll just come out and be like, I mean, I don't mean to hide myself, but it would do good for some of the others if I stay how I am. I'm pretty confident you can smell who I am.
I can smell what you are, but who is always something that can be altered.
Tis true, but you're a dragon who should be able to see through any of those fallacies. Your eyes do not deceive you.
Very well. Then it's been a long time.
It has been a long time. I'm impressed to see you're still alive, though obviously the others not so much.
Wait a minute. Grandpa Jackos told me that you disappeared through a portal. How can you be here then?
The portal reopened, and I was able to return, though it took the strength of many to reopen it.
That's alarming. Is there any more that escaped?
Any more what?
Dragons, of course.
Not quite. There's only I and my soon-to-be child.
I see.
Well, that's exciting.
I only wish...
Mama Thier.
Yes, I only wish that things were not as bad as they are now. I soon wish to be a mother, but cannot under these circumstances.
So, let me get this straight. You're looking for a male then?
Oh, no. I have a male. The circumstances in which to raise a child. Well, the circumstances in which I would raise this child are not great. There's a great war going on. Unfortunately for you, you've started it. Unfortunate
um,
for me, I come from that realm.
I would be listening in on this, and I would take a step out at that point and
Mhm.
just be like,
Do you speak
"Who
Draconic
knew
as
my
well?
grandmother?" No,
Well, this is all in
she would look
Draconic.
up. I know, but she would still look up at him,
Okay.
At her?
or look us. Yeah, now you got me saying him. She would look up at Voxier and just be like, "My grandmother had a dragon once. She was blue and beautiful like you."
This is the same in. This is the same dragon. I'll say in common. She's trying to have a baby. But
Had, as in owned.
as in,
She raised a beautiful blue dragon and loved it until she died.
Oh.
She kind of put her head down, sadly.
She looks.
Max here can speak up, right?
She can.
Okay. So
She
My grandmother Jax loved you very much.
she comes down to your level, and I need you to do a quick dexterity check, real quick. Dexterity saving throw. I'm sorry.
Okay. 14.
So she breathes you in, as in to take in your scent, and you feel this massive gust kind of like pulling you towards her. It takes all of your strength not to move, but you do stand firm. And Moxtier says to you, "Descendant of Jax, so sorry." That's it.
She
That's
kind
all
of
she
looks
says.
up at her with like glassy eyes and just gives her a nice smile and nods.
So you remember Jax?
Of course, I remember Jax.
Do you remember my great grandfather, Jacos? He
Yeah.
was a dwarf.
Yes, he once tried to get me drunk. I didn't quite like it.
Oh, that doesn't sound like him.
You didn't know him as well, apparently.
Well, it was very little. Then he died, but old enough to remember him.
What are you doing back here, Voxier?
Come to find you guys, of course. The ones who dare to start the War of the Gods.
He's kind of like furrows a brow. Yeah, that was not my idea.
What can we do to help?
How much do you know of Draconic gods?
Could I make a religion check or something like
You
that?
sure as heck can.
Let's see if I can, because I think I'm okay with religion. Am I? All right. Religion. I'm actually proficient. Amazing, because I'm an acolyte. That's a 19.
Okay. So, you know a little bit about Draconic gods. Since you don't worship them, you never really studied them, but you have studied mythology and things like that. So you know a little bit about the Draconic gods. You know that in the beginning of time for the dragons, there were two gods. One being Tiamat, the other being Balmont, and they were the balances of good and evil for the dragons. Balmont, Bahamut.
Balmont. Okay. So, because we killed Talmont.
You killed Tiamat, is the one that you
Tiamat.
killed. So you know that Tiamat
Right.
was the evil dragon god, and Balmont was the dragon god of good.
Well,
That's about all you know.
I'll speak to Max here. I'll say, well, our ancestors did kill Tiamat, but how does that make us the initiators of war?
The death of Tiamat was not what made you the initiators of war. The death of the Frost Maiden is.
Say that again? You cut out.
The death of the Frost Maiden is. Talos is extremely upset and wants revenge and blood and destruction.
How does that involve the draconic gods?
The death of Tiamat left a void. It left an aching heart. Though Bahamut was the opposite of Tiamat, he still loved her. The legend goes that they were the creators of all dragon life. They fell in love and gave birth to dragons everywhere, of all kinds. She turned more towards hatred, and he turned more towards goodness and mercy among the people. The death of Tiamat destroyed him, broke him, and made him powerless among the dragons, to the point that he could not save them, which allowed for people to bring hatred towards dragons and kill them. I got caught up in this as well. However, when I went into the portal, I was transported to the realm of the gods. and I met Bahamut. He is the father of my child, and I, his goddess.
You saying that in Draconic or Common?
She says that all in common.
That
So
sounds
Ari
a
would
little
look
bit-
up.
For all you D&D nerds out there, yes, I changed dragon lore. Fuck off. Get over it.
Anyway, so she would look up at Ari would look up at Oxier. You have a child?
Well,
Can I meet her or him?
I have an egg that I've hidden.
That's how you started. Grandmother said she found you as an egg and kept you until you hatched.
Bahamut and I want to end the racism against dragons.
Oh, I can second that. It's not just dragons, it's also dragonborn like myself.
It is. For us to gain control of this world again, we must have dragons in this world. We must restart, and I must become a full goddess.
Hey Nate,
Yes.
I know this sounds weird, because maybe it does sound weird. In the realm of dragons,
Mhm.
is there like such a thing as like incest? Because this is basically the great 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 grandfather with the great 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 granddaughter.
When you look at it
Or is-
that way, it is every other dragon would be that way for him. I see what you're saying.
Like
At
is
this point,
dragon that's gonna be born, is this dragon gonna have like some sort of mutation or something because of this?
I want you to think of it more of if we're gonna steal from lore anywhere. Think of the Virgin Mary giving birth to Christ, right? Technically, all humans came from God. God impregnated Mary. Same concept, except more physical and less spiritual and miraculous. Does that make more sense?
I suppose.
In the realm of gods, it doesn't really matter.
Okay, this is then gonna be a demi god dragon.
Yes, essentially.
Okay. Well, we must protect this egg at all costs.
You must find the egg, protect it, raise it, and you must destroy Talos.
Right. Find it.
You would,
I don't know where it is.
What'd you say, Earl?
Ari would put her hand up and just be like, "Can I follow in my grandmother's footsteps and take care of your egg? It would be an honor, and it would be a way of honoring her memory."
Jacobs will speak up. Well, all due respect, I think dragons should take care of dragons. I think if it comes down to it, I should be the one that raises the dragon.
He looks over at him, and from what I've heard, your grandfather wanted to kill the dragons.
But you know that I am Simoto Craigfire the Forgiven. My great grandfather forgave dragons.
I would look
Him
up at Moxtier and just say, "It will be your
no.
decision."
But the decision's that all of you raise it.
But I would love it like it was my own, like my grandmother did for you.
Are you sure about the decision you want to make?
There's no other choice.
Is there any aid you can lend us to complete this task?
Of course, you complete this task, and I will help you. For you, Samato, you must be the first to bring back the belief in the dragon gods. For me and Bahamut to become stronger, we need followers. That'll be the first step in helping to destroy Talos. As you guys defeat his avatar here on this plane, Bahamut and I will be fighting with the other gods, of course, to defeat him in our plane. And hopefully I will be taking his place as the god of storms.
So you're not going to tell us where the egg is?
Of course I am.
Is Simoto size? Oh, okay.
You can't find the egg if I don't tell you where it's at. I'm the one that hid it, of course. The egg is hidden in an abandoned cave in the midst of the werewoods.
Werewoods.
That's just outside of Boulder's Gate.
I see. All right. You can count on us.
And to
We'll
help,
get there.
I'm going to give you this. And she puts her giant paw out and touches Yusamoto as a coat of armor surrounds you. It is blue armor, blue scale armor. And I will put that in your inventory right now.
This is something that Simoto is actually going to be able to wear.
Yes. I made sure that you could wear it.
What's ironic is that you're.
I also created it, so.
Mox Tier is asking Simoto to be basically a priest for the dragon gods.
A follower.
This last, or I guess kind of like a missionary.
Yes.
To spread the word.
Yeah.
And this last level up, I leveled up in at one level in a cleric.
There you go.
Ironically, it all fits together.
So I put it in your inventory. This is my own creation. It's called the Dragon Scale Armor. This armor, once attuned to it, the armor forms to the body, and gives you the skin of a dragon. Once attuned, the only way this armor can come off is if the person wearing it is killed and it's skinned off of them. So it becomes your skin. The wearer becomes one with the armor, and the armor one with it. The armor also gives you resistance against lightning damage. In order to attune to it, you must sleep with it on and take a long rest while wearing it.
Okay.
But that'll bump up your armor class too. It'll bump your armor class significantly.
Okay. Yeah, well, from 9 to 14.
From 9 to
because,
13.
Mage armor is useless now.
No, mage armor's not
Okay.
useless.
So I can raise my armor higher than that.
Mage armor. It'll beat your
makes-
mage
it
armor.
becomes-
But as a wizard,
It's fine.
as a
I can
wizard, you can
change
take that
that.
out. Yeah. And during your long rest, you can take that out.
Okay.
And you'll always be that instead of having to cast a spell to raise your armor.
Okay.
And one more gift I have for you. It is the gift of the dragon for any of you that uses such tools. And she hands out this battle axe if anybody wants to take it. Now, I did design it for a specific person, but since they're not here to play, I don't know if anybody else can use it.
I can use it.
And
I
you can give it
think.
as a gift if you want. It's up to you.
I mean, you could give it to Samoto and then at some point when
Sam, you
plays
can
again.
use.
I'm not going to be able to use this. No, I'm not going to even try to equip it.
Mhm.
It should just give it to our dwarf friend.
Or why don't you just put it in his inventory? We'll just see that.
Yep.
At some point.
All right, that's what I'll do.
Oh, I was thinking it was for Anka. Okay.
No, it's not for Anka. So just so then you guys know, this is there it is, weapons. It's called the Battle Axe of the Blue Dragon. And what it does is it acts obviously as a regular battle axe, but when you use it, it does essentially a dragon's breath worth of damage as extra. So in this case, it does 4d6 extra lightning damage. And if you throw it you'd have to throw it at disadvantage, but as a bonus action, you can recall it, and it does 4d6 of lightning damage to anybody within 5 feet of the target, and that fails a
You made
DC
Thor's
save.
hammer.
Kind of, except out of an axe, and you throw it at disadvantage, and they have to meet a DC save.
Is this every attack?
The lightning damage, yes. If you throw it, yes, but it's always at disadvantage. If you don't hit the target, the lightning effect doesn't hurt anybody around you or around the target. So you take a risk by throwing it.
Yeah, but it does 4d6 added damage every attack.
Yes, every attack it is 4d6 added damage if you swing with it.
That's pretty beastly.
Oh, it's a monster of a weapon.
Yeah, it's a legendary item.
I need to learn haste.
All right. So you guys now have the location of where the egg is at. You have some cool new homebrew items, and you have the blessings of a soon-to-be god or goddess.
Oh, let's go. I don't suppose Moxier, or Moxie as grandmother called him, would fit on a train?
Unfortunately,
above?
children, I cannot go with you.
I think she'd be faster without the chain.
Unfortunately, I cannot go with you. This is your fight. My fight is in the other realms.
We won't fail you.
And with that, she leaps into the sky, spreads her wings, and soars as a ring opens up, and she flies through it and disappears.
Well, that was the sight. How do I look as I fly down?
I was going to ask her why she chose us, but I guess not.
I mean, it sounds like she just wants to be popular. She wants people to believe in her, and you have to start with someone who at least knows they exist.
Right.
Maybe.
Well, let's tell the train where to go. To Werewood.
To the Werewoods, everybody?
The Werewoods.
I gotta be right back. I gotta go put my son to bed.
So you have the Werewoods, or you have the mission that you guys were already headed towards, which is to go back to the main city that you guys came from and try and help there. Figure out what's going on with the giants.
So my character would feel a kinship with Sarah just because of all the stories and her grandmother.
Mhm.
And she would definitely, she wants that egg. So
Well, it's up to everybody.
with or without the train. Well, no, with or without the train, she probably would make her way to the werewood. She would find a way.
So the train is headed to Neverwinter, which is where you guys started your journey. The actually, if you go to maps, I think I left it in there. Did I leave it in there? Let me see.
Yes.
Okay, there it is. So if you go to maps and you look at that map there, you can see where you guys are headed, which is Neverwinter, right? And down by Boulder's Gate, which is about halfway down the map there on the coast, just to the
Can you zoom
south
in?
of
It's-
it
you
is
can't read,
Werewoods.
Like, anything.
Can I zoom in?
No, I'm zoomed in and I can't read. It's like not legible at all. Not a very high res map. So you'll
have
have
to
to give
pull
it
up.
like what?
You have to pull it all the way
It's-
up.
Yeah,
Thank
don't
you.
worry. It's only south and a little bit south, like southeast. Very
Right.
of
So Boulder's Gate
Boulder's
is
Gate.
yeah. So Boulder's Gate is it looks like a flaccid penis island there
Probably.
on the coast there. Boulder's Gate's just a little bit north of it. It's the main black dot city on the coast there. If you go south of that, there's a little wooded area called the Cloak Woods, and if you go east of that, there's a bigger wooded area. That's Werewoods.
You said a flaccid penis.
It looks like one.
Gosh.
He's an expert.
So the island. Dang.
Oh
Are you
man,
talking about the island on the bottom left?
no, not the island.
No, because you said an island. You said the flaccid penis. It looks like or
No, I
the
said
island
the
that looks
flaccid.
Like a flaccid penis.
I said the land mass that looks like a flaccid penis. So it's if you go down the coast, it's about halfway down the map there.
Okay, I'll have to trust you.
It kind of looks like
Yeah.
it's a peninsula
Don't
Left or
worry
right?
about it.
Left side on the map or the right side?
on the coast
side.
side.
Okay. Yeah, it doesn't matter. She would still
Even-
choose for.
Even by train, that's going to take you guys a while to get to. It'll take you about 2.5 days with as fast as this train goes. So you guys, you see where the top of that map is? You guys are still up there. You haven't even come down into this section yet.
We're still at Neverwinter.
You're still above Neverwinter.
Okay.
You guys are still in Icewind Dale there. So to get to Neverwinter, it's going to take you about, from where you're at now, about another 6 hours.
Get back.
And then from Neverwinter, it's about 2.5 days of train.
So I'm gonna touch on a little bit on Skellington and him making the comment. And gosh, I can't remember the exact words that you used, Woody. But referencing that he knew Moxir.
So they were speaking in Draconic.
We were.
Oh, that's right, huh?
So only
Like most-
one person
Okay.
would have caught that.
Gotcha. Okay. So then she would just be like, she would just look at Skellington, and I'm assuming Anka would be there as well, and just
Yeah. Sure.
this is important. And Skellington, I get the feeling that you knew Moxir, just the way you interacted. I don't
Mm.
know if you knew my grandmother, but this would be really, really
Ooh,
important
I'm
to her, and
I'm going to
want
have
honor
you.
her memory.
I'm going to have you do an insight check. And it's going to be at disadvantage. And Skellington, it's up to you if you're going to be deceptive or not, because you've got to face a couple barriers. A, you're making a stretch. You're trying to see if you understood something in hopes in a different language, and you're kind of being a little bit emotional about it because it has to do with your grandmother. So that's why you would be
Yeah.
at disadvantage. And I'm going to assume that Skellington doesn't really want to reveal.
That's fair.
His
Well,
true
he
self,
already
so it'd be a-
revealed it once. She was just drunk.
Right.
That's at disadvantage. That's an 8. I rolled a freaking 22. All right, so she probably knows nothing then.
Yep. And it would be against Skellington's deception
Yeah.
Deception.
At-
Ooh.
at advantage.
At
Because she's pulling at straws. She's really reaching. You just got to beat an 8.
a 20.
There you go.
Yeah.
I think probably Sam would heard it, but he would say that that's between you two. If you want, I'm not going to reveal your secrets.
Okay. So Sam's not going into history. Earl, you're stretching for something, but you're really not going to get much out of that. And Skellington, you can say what you want to kind of guide her in that direction, but she's not putting those clues together.
I am an acquaintance of dragons. I have seen them before, and I don't know this one in particular, but I wanted to have a conversation nonetheless.
Wait, didn't you shout its name out?
Yeah, it seemed like you knew it. That's why I was asking.
That was the name of the one I knew, but it looks like I was mistaken.
What was this one's name then? I mean, you guys were just talking to him most of the time in scratchy voices, but
Well, we would have heard him. He said the name. He said Moxier, so we would have heard.
I
that.
said it. I said
No
it.
matter-
I said it in the actual language, so it's very, very growly. Skellington,
Yeah,
you're
but
gonna
but
be rolling deception on this one.
hey,
You have to
but
understand
the
that
name.
Mox
Can I talk?
literally
The
means
name. The
little
name
one.
was. I know. What I was trying to say, if I could talk without getting interrupted, that's the name in Draconic. So
Yes,
we
I
would
know.
have known it.
I know. You might have heard
We
the
can't
words.
pull-
I'm not pulling anything. What I'm trying to say is it's a very scratchy, low-toned language. You may or may not have probably wouldn't have understood anything that they said. You can put some sounds together. Skellington backed himself in a little bit of a corner because she did say it and saying, I thought it was this one, but clearly it wasn't. Skellington's going to need to roll deception again
Sure.
against y'all's insight. So it'll be against Tornus and Earl's insight.
I rolled a natural one. I'd like to imagine I'm making a sandwich, and then I just
Could
drop
I-
Yeah,
it
you
on
don't
the
care.
ground. So I'm
Could
like,
I
oh crap!
assist him?
I zone out of the
rolled-
conversation for a second.
I rolled an 11
Because
on insight.
I was part of the conversation. I understood everything.
Right, you understood everything. But it's up to you if you want to call him out on his BS.
No, I'm not calling him out. I'm trying to assist him.
Oh, you're assisting Skellington in his deception.
Right.
All right, so Skellington, what was your deception real quick?
A 24.
He doesn't need the assistance.
I mean, at an 11, would my character feel gaslit?
No.
Because she knows what she heard. You don't think? I feel like she knows what she heard. Whether or not he wants to come forward, she still knows what she heard.
I know you know what you heard, but it was a similar name. And Moxier is more of the thing of what she called herself in common.
Yes,
It's a
it meant
very
little one.
similar name when you translate it from Draconic into a more common tongue. Now, if they're related or not, I didn't have enough time to really ask any questions. And he just points to the sky. You kind of were talking to her the whole time, so my apologies, I'm quite not sure.
She's just gonna kind of like, she looks really annoyed. And Cody, I don't know if you remember that scene, if you can reach back to the Tiamat campaign, where Jax went and visited the council. She was in that dress and they basically blew her off and she was pissed. And she went back to her house, ripped the dress off, threw it out the fucking window and stomped off.
Yeah.
Yep, she's gonna do the same thing. I mean, she's not gonna rip her dress off and she's just gonna be like very, very reminiscent of her grandmother and just like
I was
be
about to say,
pissed,
what are you
and she
wearing
just
under
walks
that?
out. No. She wouldn't rip her dress off, but I'm saying like it would be like that same behavior, right? Like very reminiscent. Almost like it's just genetic, I guess you could say.
She's like
hereditary, right?
completely in the train now.
So she just like she's pissed and she's like annoyed. I would say more annoyed than anything or frustrated, and she just rolls her eyes, turns around, and stomps off exactly the way X would have.
I imagine she's, grumbling, making noise, and like kind of
Oh, yeah.
doing all that. And I give it a few seconds, but I look at each person and like say with my fingers, the eyes thing, like eyes here, look at me.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to look at everybody else here, Tornus, Sam Alto, and I'm just going to pull off my mask and bow and look them back in the face.
Ooh.
Nice to meet you, gentlemen. Now keep it a secret.
But
And I'll
what's-
put the
I love
mask
it.
back on.
Why?
That-
Why secret?
I don't
really-
think she's quite ready yet. But the rest of you might as well reveal who I am.
I got to see the resemblance to that statue that we saw of Skellington. That's uncanny.
Oh, you're
It
necromancer?
is. Who is my necromancer? I do not know. I don't know if necromancy is even involved here. I don't know what form of magic is involved.
Okay.
So how long have you been
but
dead
to an-
for? Do you remember your life before? I'll just be like kind of curious.
No, I don't. The only life I can remember is the one I've lived as this undead. But I do now remember my previous life with your grandparents and what it was like. So yes, Sam, the image that you are referring to is me, myself, and I take another bow.
You're not saying that you're. But
I
the
indeed
stories I heard
am.
was that you died. Didn't she die?
I am dead.
Well,
Good little joke, but yes, you're getting at the fact that I blew up in a ring of fire, correct?
right.
At
That's
that
from what I remember.
point in
Story.
time, I had a little bit more magic than I do now. I was a little bit more of a capable individual. I have lost some of my abilities since that time, and I can't quite remember why I have been stunted, but I had the abilities to teleport, in a way, to safety, in which I did, but it still forced me to suffer damage. In doing so, I think I gave myself a form of amnesia. And so that's kind of why things turned out the way they turned out to this day. I didn't know who I was or what I was at that point, and I had started a new life here with my companion, and I will still say that I will always be with my newfound companion, but I now realize my old family as well. Which, by the way, you all have some big shoes to fill, and I can't quite say Tornus, but
Samato will just bow. Well, it is good to formally meet you.
it's good to meet you as well. I have known your old man for a very long time, and he was a very, very good man. Good and funny. I expect great things from the rest of you. I will be watching, but try to
should
keep
tell me-
it all
You should
little
tell me what
secret.
fights you all did, because I would be very curious to hear firsthand on what exactly happened.
What happened in what situation? Which one are you asking about?
Well, the whole story,
Oh, of
all from the
how we
beginning
met
to the end.
and how we got here and what we did?
Exactly. My great grandfather always talked about these strange clone things. I could never like wrap my head around it. Maybe you could explain a little bit about that.
Blown?
Or maybe that was after. No, wait, you're right. It was after your time.
Must have been. That isn't something I'm capable of or I've heard of. But we can talk more about the history if you would like.
But do you remember any of the recipes that he had at all?
He had just making his first batch with me when I was with him. It was kind of a revolutionary thing.
I pull out a notebook. Do you remember any of the ingredients at all?
I can say it is too far back for me to remember. I remember we went to an inn and they were talking about some like maybe rose fire or something, and he modified that particular ale to make his own version. What he did with it, I'm not quite sure. I will say that I did have some eventually. I think I might have passed on the first set of drinks, but I did eventually have some, and it was, at least for my taste buds, fantastic. But I am also an undead, so not much to believe.
Yes, interesting. Well, the family recipe is live, but I just wondered if you had any other like early, versions.
I imagine it has improved substantially over the 1,000 or so years it has been. I expect great things from whatever you come up with, if that is the case.
Yeah, very much so.
And Hornus,
Yeah. What? Looking up for my sandwich as I'm just kind of munching on it. Yeah, is that my name?
I don't know what to say to you, for I don't think you are trying to follow in who you used to be or who your family is. But I do also expect great things from you.
Well,
But
I've always
you
liked to do the unexpected. So
will find out if you can hold up to the family name, I guess.
I'm going to we're gonna tell you for the afternoon, for the rest of the day. I'll give a wink to Skellington, and I'll leave.
Put my mask back on and head back in.
Alrighty.
And I'm gonna attune to that armor that you sent. And
Yep.
I am also going to try to. I don't know that I have the ability. Let me just check. Maybe I do. Class features. I wanted to see if I could. I don't think I can commune yet. No, I can't.
Yep.
Okay, never mind. I'm going to be basically attuning to the armor.
Yeah, all you have to
and
do is sleep in it.
Trying to recall everything that I know about the draconic gods.
Not very much. You'd have to read more on them.
There's no sort of library on this train, right?
Ah, that is a question that you guys have never asked. There, in fact, is a library and an armory.
Oh,
What?
I will go look into the library and see if there's anything about the dragon gods. Do you want to roll an investigation or insight? Or
No, you can go to the library. It'll take you a little bit. You sit there and start searching for books there. You could do perception. That'd be fine.
Perception. It's a 15.
Yeah, so you walk in and it's kind of like a small closet, but like every inch of it is covered with bookshelves and books. Each bookshelf has about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 6 levels of books, and there's about 3, 4, 5, 6, about 6 different shelves in there. So you walk in and you kind of found an order in how they are.
Alphabetical, huh?
Nope, they're not alphabetical. They are by interest, by section, and then from that point on, they would be alphabetical. So the interest is religion, so you go over to the religion section, right? And then you go by section, which is all the different gods, and there is a small section for draconic deities, and there are 3 books in that small section.
Well, I'm gonna grab all 3.
Yeah.
And take them to my room.
Yep. So the first book is called The Origin of the Dragon. The second book is called The Structure of the Dragon. And the third book is called The Destruction of the Dragon.
Nothing about the deities, though.
That is about the deities. So the first book, when you go ahead and read it, that is going to give you the origin story of dragons. And that has to go into their deities, how dragons became and what it is that they believed and how their gods, which I mentioned earlier, made them and what the personalities of those gods are. And that's the first book if you start reading that one.
So I don't know how long it'll take me to read the whole book. I think the origin would be more interesting than the construction and deconstruction.
The construction and deconstruction are quite interesting as well, but yeah, it'll probably take you several hours to read each book.
And I wasn't here, but how long was it going to be till we reached the
2.5 days
Firewood?
from Neverwinter, and you're about 6
I should
hours
have-
from Neverwinter, so about 3 days from where you're at now.
So we should have plenty of time. I should have plenty of time.
To get through a good section of it, yes.
I'll probably read like half the book and then I'll just go to bed.
All right, go ahead
early
and
in the day.
roll a percentage die.
Okay, I'm going to actually use my actual die for this.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll say that the first D10 that I use is the first number, which is a 2, and then another 2.
Okay.
22.
So before you go to bed, you get about 22% up through, so it's about the first like 3 chapters.
Okay.
Right? Anybody else before you guys take a not needed long rest?
I need a long rest.
Kind of bring up a subject to everyone in the room and say, so if we're gonna abandon one god's quest, because right, we were gonna go to that town for Saloon, and now we're gonna go deal with dragon gods and do their quest. Are we gonna piss off Saloon by doing this? I mean, we've already,
That's the thing. Maddie isn't here to
Tempest
give us an
hitting us.
argument.
But is Saloon in league with? I guess we should have asked the dragons if they're working with Saloon or if we're gonna make more enemies.
Do you guys want to keep going to finish that quest real quick and then start heading towards the egg? Assuming that it's actually really well hidden. Because I think that Maddie's character would give an argument for that.
Let's hop on with that over here because mine would totally want
To go get the egg right away.
get the egg. Yeah, it's a tough one to answer.
Because what we could do is we could go get the egg and then go back to
Do the saloon, yeah.
Does anyone ever
'Cause I
know
feel
if
like
Saloon and Bahamut are buddies, or if they're adversaries normally?
Because if we're,
I would say logistically speaking, I think the saloon one's probably going to take longer.
I think Saloon wouldn't take as long. It'd probably take a day to finish, and or it would be like a week to.
Because we're just going to a cave, right? I mean, I get it. I get it both ways. Like in my mind, I'm like, oh, we're just going to a cave, but I feel like the saloon thing would be longer. But I get what you're saying too. Like you're gonna have to go out of the way and come back.
Because we're closer. We'll pretty much finish everything they go to Saloon.
But
first.
so like meta wise, like I get it. Character wise, she would want to do the egg.
Well, no one's
But Saloon
arguing
but,
against not doing the egg, so let's just. I guess we do the egg, and if Saloon's angry at us, add another god to the list.
I think if Saloon was compassionate enough, would know that a youngling in danger is more important than
Well,
a
mean,
single
Or maybe
encounter.
That's-
Saloon already knew.
or that's even presuming that Saloon wants, Bahamut to come back and get power and a new dragon to ascend to become a new god. I mean, she might not want that. We might be helping out her, political enemies by doing this.
Right, because if we're looking at this from meta-wise, if the good dragon is having a baby to balance the dragons, then obviously this egg is going to be completely evil.
Mean.
And it's going to be a completely evil demigod. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know.
I mean, what's the worst that can happen? Right, guys?
What's
That's
worse?
kind of been our-
You guys
It's
said that last game.
It could be a campaign-ending event, cataclysmic.
So Nate, is there a caboose on this train?
No.
Or like a place where outside of like her room that Ari would go to just to like blow off steam and clear her head?
If you go like to the
Something
if you
like
go
that.
to like the last cart, right? There's like you can go to the in between carts. Isn't really like this, but on the last one there's like a little guardrail, kind of like you see in the
And
movies.
that's where she would go then. Just kind of hanging out there, trying to like blow off steam. All right.
Steam is blowing off you. That sounds weird. That sounds weird.
I think also Yamato would be torn because he likes Anka, but also wants to please the dragon gods. So I think he would just wait to see what how the votes fall and be the last one to vote.
Well, the train's heading somewhere right now, so
Oh, can someone message Maddie and be like, "Hey, well, could do."
Yeah, can
Can you have Maddie come
at
real
least
quick?
we need her input on this.
Yeah.
I mean, she
Like,
collapsed.
Maddie can-
I think in game she collapsed, right? She saw the dragon. She had a flashback to her
that's what I heard.
death, and she's out. So
Yeah.
she is alive, but it was just too much for her to take. She's on a bed somewhere.
Somewhere,
and
yeah.
we're talking what to do. She's not here.
She's been
I mean, our
overwhelmed.
options
She's
are to
taking a
stop
nap.
The game for the right. We either stop the game for the night, or we just say she's knocked out. We make a decision. I think we just make a decision.
I think meta, I would say Skellington probably would be the final vote. So someone go ask him.
Skellington, we're talking
Do you
about
want
where to
to
take
vote?
the train.
Yes.
So we were just bringing up like we might be abandoning Saloon's quest, and that might piss her off, and maybe she'll do something to Anka as a result.
Why are you trying to infer what the gods might think? Just do what you all think is important.
Oh, gods
If
always
what
like it
you
when
think is
ignore their task.
important, then the gods probably believe the same.
I mean, for me, I still think we should go to a beach somewhere and just relax, and that's what I think is important. But the gods don't think that that's important. Obviously, they want us to,
You might
do
be
some
wrong.
quest for this god or do some other quest for this guy.
The gods might be in favor of a little rest as well, so I wouldn't say you're necessarily wrong.
Okay, can
But-
you guys refresh me on something? Exactly, maybe because I missed a session. Maybe I don't exactly remember why we were going to see Saloon
You're not going to see Saloon.
or go to a temple or something. I don't remember.
You guys are headed down to Neverwinter, which is the city in which everything started. you guys have discovered that the giants are starting to push to gain all of the land. And you have heard that Neverwinter was in the sight for the hill giants to attack.
And I think Saloon
we were going to-
specifically reached out to Anka and told her, you need to get involved in this, right? Or am I misremembering that?
Saloon reached out to Anka and explained that she needs to, gave her an option to save the world.
And the option required us going to Neverwinter.
The option at that time was the information that you had was that giants were pushing towards Neverwinter and the giants are trying to take over the realms.
Okay. Is there any? I don't have commune. No, that's the thing. Can't commune. Darn it! Because otherwise I would just commune to my.
Well, I guess Skellington's saying that he thinks Saloon won't care and Anka will be fine with us going to the egg. So why don't we just go get the egg? Save the little wormling, protect it from other gods who presumably are going to want to kill it, and then we can go to Neverwinter with this egg.
That sounds safe.
Although we're going to have to, if we're trying to protect this egg and whatever hatches, maybe taking it to Neverwinter's not the best idea, but we can play it by ear.
That's why I think it's best if we went to Neverwinter first, because we only have like half a day to get there. All we would need to do is just to warn them of the impending giant attack, and then leave.
All right. What are you all debating about? What is all this talk about? That he's talking about the gods and Saloon's going to be upset?
Presumably Bahamut and your friend Mox Teye, whatever their name was,
Sure.
wants us to rescue this egg and help them ascend to godhood and, fight off other gods, right? They want us to do it now. And then we also had, the giants are going to invade the land and kill everyone and take over, which I thought I heard that Saloon specifically wanted Anka and us to get involved in it. Maybe I misunderstood what Saloon was telling her to do. So I'm just saying, if we're choosing one god over the other god, maybe they'll get jealous. Gods sometimes don't like to be ignored.
I mean, both seem like they're locked in place and should be just fine over time. The question is, which one's closer?
Skellington, do a history check.
17?
Based off of what you remember the Dragon Moxier talk about and what you've heard in your private conversations with Anka, the threat to both of them is Talos. Talos is involved in both situations. Now, you can do with that information what you want. Think that they're together or think that they're not together. That's up to you. But both gods are going after Talos.
Do none of us have any sort of message spells? They'll just send a message. Does
I mean, which one is... Well, we don't believe, from what we've been told, that the egg is under peril. The only one that is actually a time-sensitive matter was the one of the city, correct?
The dragon wasn't particularly forthcoming with details. She said it was safe, right?
I mean, if you put your baby somewhere where she would die in the next 2 days, would you consider that to be safe?
Well, remember that eggs don't hatch from one day to the next. Sometimes they take weeks.
Yes, I imagine that the mother did her due diligence and put this egg in a very safe place.
And then
That's
expected the
the case.
babysitters to show up on time.
Is there can I ask if perhaps maybe Anka knows like a message spell or something to just send a message over to somebody that lives and she's not here to ask.
And she's sleeping in game, so.
I shouldn't have said anything. Let's just go get the egg. It's fine. I'm sure the city will survive. If not, would us really be able to stop an army of giants?
There you go then. You have made your choice. Let's go.
All right. So you guys have quite a bit of a train ride there. You get up, you eat, you do whatever you guys do to pass time, read some more books, blow off some steam, anything that you guys want to do to prep yourself for what's coming up. You can go ahead and do that now. If you need to change out spells because you're a wizard and don't need certain spells, you can do that. After a nice journey, you guys come to a well-wooded area. It looks as if nature has taken over. Except the weird part about it is you don't see green leaves on the trees like you would. You see still very bare trees. The ground is still wet from when snow covered it. But the wooded area is thick and still difficult to see through even without the leaves. So thick that the train can't even go into it. Seems as if the next section of the journey is going to be by foot. But the train does come to a stop.
Okay. Is anybody familiar with this forest? No? Anybody familiar with nature? Well, I guess I am going to look for, if you want to follow me, I have the highest I have is a +4 in nature.
I am a -2 in nature, but I'm a +5 in survival, if that's helpful at all.
Oh, you guys got to survive through this next section.
So we have to find this cave. Are we going to be doing survival checks or nature checks to get to this cave?
That's up to you guys.
I mean, she told us where to go. We didn't. Did we get any specific details?
Yeah,
on the map?
she said that it was in Ware Woods and it is an abandoned cave.
Gotta be big enough for a
Who's
ancient
got
dragon to be
who's
big.
got the best history check?
I do not.
I have a
History.
+0. Yeah.
Probably me.
Wait a second.
+5.
History.
+5.
+4.
All right, go ahead and roll history, Skellington.
Can I give you a what's the word? The cantrip. What is it?
Guidance.
Guidance. I think I have guidance. Yes, I have guidance.
If you're a clerc and you
I'll
didn't take
use-
guidance as a cantrip, I'd have to question
I
your
have
abilities.
it. I have it. Shut up.
A 9.
Guidance plus a d4.
That is with +D4.
Okay, so
Oh,
a
no.
9.
That's
This
rough.
have been here before. Except when you were here last that you recall, it didn't look this bad. You remember possibly, and it's a little hazy, a small village in this area, some forts in this area.
So it's like totally dilapidated.
Yeah, I want you to think of like the old ancient forgotten cities of the Incas, right? How the like you see like in some of the movies there's like this pyramid city and like just trees are surrounding it. That's what this is like. You also recall that some forts were in caves. But as to where that is, you're not quite putting those pieces together. But it is familiar to you.
Okay. I've been here maybe once, maybe twice. Quite a time ago. Looked quite different from the time it does right now, but I can't quite remember. There are a few caves that we used almost as strongholds back in the day. I imagine that maybe she put him in one of those, or him or her.
I know an old man that used to tell me that whenever you get lost, always follow your nose.
And what does your nose tell you?
Ooh, yeah, do a perception check of smell.
Do I have some sort of advantage because I'm a blue dragonborn?
No.
Darn it. Perception?
Yeah.
Oh, come on. Okay. Perception. Please be good. That's not that bad. I rolled a 19 for a 22.
Nice. You smell a lot of woods, and it smells like earth and forests and trees.
I'll just try thinking, if I was a dragon mother, where would I lay my egg?
In a warm place.
A warm place. It
Let's
would
just go in
definitely
and
be
find it.
that way.
Okay. You just go point in a random spot. Got it. All right. So go ahead and roll nature, and Ari, you can roll survival.
Can I? I'll use guidance on the nature check,
Okay, go ahead.
Well, for survival.
Okay.
or for survival. Sorry.
So you're giving Ari an extra D4.
Yes.
All right, add a D4 to that, Ari.
Sec. That's 12 plus. That's 13.
So it's 13 total.
Yeah.
All right. And what was your nature there, Samoto?
Nature. Can I cast guidance on myself? Technically, yes. I should be able to cast guidance on myself.
Yeah, if you want to. I'm not going to stop you.
Well, it's a 16.
Okay. So your nature check tells you that in order to find somewhere in a wooded area, you got to at least walk into the woods. The way that the trees kind of started growing as you guys are walking, you see there's certain patterns that trees normally follow when they're open, and then there's different types of plant life that start growing over things like vines and stuff. So the more vines that you see, the more you realize you're getting closer to a structure that was not always covered in woods.
Okay. Can I? No, I just rolled a nature check. Could I use my wings, fly up, and see if I can't see where a ancient dragon might have landed in these woods?
You sure as heck can. While you're doing that, I'll tell you what the survival check told you. The survival check was able to kind of give you some direction on where to go. And you kind of notice the same things with how vines grow, and this just kind of gave you a direction of maybe something that was considered a smaller town versus a fortress. So you're able to kind of tell the difference between an old fort versus a small town. You've seen 2 forts. None of them have been caves.
All right.
So as you fly up and you're looking, you could do a perception check if you want.
All right.
I'll cast guidance on myself. No, it's not going to be better.
Probably not.
That's 12.
The woods are very, very thick, and it's hard to see anything from up there. You actually had a better vantage point for being in the woods instead of above it, because all you see is covered with trees.
From up here, do I see any smoke stacks? Like
No.
people or other sentient? No. Okay, I'll go back down. Well, I didn't see anything from up there. Oh, my wings are tired.
So we have to do this the hard way. It's okay.
No.
It was a good try.
Hey,
You get a
Torrance.
general idea?
Torrance, do a
which
perception check for
direction?
me.
Sure.
It was
Guidance!
Perception makes it a dirty 20.
Alrighty. You're sitting there kind of blundering around with everybody. You're not interested in looking, but you're interested in the adventure. And something kind of
Right.
catches your eye behind one of the forts. And it is a little, kind of like a little black hole that's covered with vines. Like vines are draping down over it.
I'll sort of point to it and say, "Shout, fellows, what would you do without me? For clearly I've found it. You've been all blundering around in this forest all day, lost. You'd be lost for days without me here. It's right over here." And I'll walk over to the hole with the vines.
Oh, you are definitely our savior.
I
Thank
know,
the
I
God
know.
for you.
Which one, though? I mean, so many
Hmm.
options.
So many
Well,
options.
Lathander, of course. Thank Lathander.
Sure. I mean, at some point, I guess we're doing this Mox TA. What was her name again, Skellington?
Hey, Muxier.
Sure. That one,
Mox
she's going to be
tier.
a god, maybe. So,
Well,
Hey,
just a mortal god, a mortal dragon. This egg will be a demigod. I'm
Hey,
curious to see.
if
will
a
happen.
dragon can just become a god, I mean, what about us? Could we become gods?
Well, if
I'd
any of
rather
our
enjoy
parents
that,
were-
just relaxing all day, having
God.
people worshiping me. I mean, that sounds like a pretty great deal.
Well, if we do well on this quest, maybe that would be an option.
I can be the god of beaches and relaxation. Shirking your work sounds amazing.
Look, if you get that title and that godhood, everyone will be worshipping you,
Of course,
and there won't be any work done at all.
as it should be. I'll just
Hey,
snap
Mo-
my fingers, and there'll be mai tais and drinks and foods for everybody. No working ever again.
Mhm.
As I'm kind of shouting all this right by the entrance to the cave. You know, it strikes me as maybe I shouldn't be shouting this out loud in front of a big cave where my voice might be traveling into this cave.
I'll shout out in Draconic. Young
Mo-
one, we are here to retrieve you.
Okay.
What did you just shout?
Oh, I just told the egg that we're here to get it.
Okay. I mean, they are friendly here, right? I mean, we get like a passcode. I'm assuming she left the egg here with maybe some guards. And we need to say, hey, we were sent to take over for you. You can go on lunch break.
Yeah, and I'll just start walking, or I guess walking in.
Yeah,
maybe
we'll just be
maybe
chatting
slightly-
like cordially back and forth
fighting.
about what we're gonna see as we walk into this cave with no fear whatsoever.
Sure. So I did put up in the map section a link to the map
Of the cave?
of the cave that you guys are going to go into. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why do we need a map? They're expecting us. They're gonna be friendly. They're gonna serve us coffee. Maybe some tapas.
Maybe some godly brews.
Maybe there's even a party. It's it's a baby shower for a dragon. I mean, sure the mother's not here, but
This is a labyrinth.
You guys hear me okay?
I can hear you
I
now.
can now. I haven't heard anything from you for the past couple of minutes if you've been trying to talk.
No, I'm wondering if my audio was off because, all right, make sure I'm being able to be heard.
Okay.
I love dungeon crawlers.
All right. So you guys are at the entrance of the cave. If you pull back the vines, you can see that, yes, it is definitely a big, dark cave.
I would have thought that maybe this new god would have put in lights in here for her kid. I mean, this seems like it's awfully dangerous for a young
You do
dragon.
feel a lot of heat coming out of the cave. However, it's not at the entrance.
Well, to be fair, dragons have true sight. They don't really need to see light or darkness.
Good points.
Skellington, as you walk in, I'll have you do another history check.
Real quick,
I don't
Tornus,
think
do
I do.
you have dark vision?
No, I'm just double
So
checking
I
that
will-
I'm 90% sure
I
don't.
will touch your sword or an object or whatever and cast light.
Oh, this is fancy, and I'll just do like a little spinning my sword around motion. I love this. We should always do this.
It's a fun little thing.
A 20.
I don't
As
think I have any dark vision.
As you
need
walk
it too.
in, Skellington, everything becomes extremely familiar to you. Not only as if you've been here, but you have been here. Not only have you been here, you've been here with the grandparents of the people you're with now. Not only were you here with the grandparents, but you found a very special object that you've debated over and thought about destroying. This is the exact cave that you found the egg of Mox Thier.
Well, if this isn't deja vu, this is the same place we found the original dragon.
Ari's gonna look at you and go, "Ha! I knew you knew that dragon. Why did you lie to me?"
What? The dragon in front of us, or the dragon I was talking about the whole time? I did say I didn't know a dragon.
Gonna like skulk again, and she's just gonna take off.
Don't
She's
worry, he's
going
keeping
to-
a secret from you, but it's not about that dragon.
She's gonna wander off on her own.
Anka, you showed up.
Hello.
Hi, are you ready to be
Hi.
caught up real quick?
Yeah.
Yeah, lots happened. Who wants to do the honors?
We have forsaken Saloon and have pledged ourselves to new gods
Oh my
and are
god.
helping them ascend to godhood. At
Yep.
least one of them's ascending to godhood.
They're
All right.
back.
Checks out.
All right, let me catch you up because these fuckers are gonna just
On the
mess with
real
you the whole
version?
time. Yeah.
I mean, that's
So-
not completely wrong.
No, you're not wrong. You're not wrong, but there's a little bit more to it than that.
You have a map here? Is that what I'm seeing?
You are in a map, yeah. So here's what happened. We picked up where we left off 2 weeks ago, which is a dragon was in front of you. The dragon was Mox Thier. Okay. And to make a long story short, Mox Thier is kind of pregnant, but with an egg, with the child of Balmont, and is giving you guys the quest to go find her egg and keep it safe. And as you do that, she also said that she's trying to she wants you guys to actually fight Talos and defeat him in this plane. So to fight the avatar of Talos and defeat it, to help her defeat Talos in the plane that she's been living in, which is the realm of the gods. And upon defeating Talos, she will take over his place as the god of storms and thunder. And she is working her way to godhood.
Yeah, okay.
So now you guys have found the cave in which this egg is, and Skellington has just discovered that it is the exact cave that you found Mox Thier's egg.
Well, that's cute.
And I had to do a lot of research to figure out where that was because that was a
Like,
long
he's
time ago.
gaslighting my character too, to a degree. Oh, and then he revealed himself. Skellington revealed himself to everybody but my character.
They say keep it secret. From her character.
And keep it secret, yeah.
That's really funny.
All
Now
right.
you've run off by yourself into a dark cave.
So that's where we're at. And you guys just entered the cave.
Okay, as for entering the cave, I see that there's no light source. So on the scepter of Auril, the new scepter that I got from the last time we played it as these characters, I think, I'm gonna cast light on it.
I was just gonna hand out dark vision.
Or we could just have.
My sword
If
is
we
also on light from Ari.
We can either one.
All right.
All of them.
All of the above. We have 2 sources of light and dark vision.
There you go.
Go.
That's
right.
not being able to see anything.
Ari, are you all the way
Yes.
up there? Or
Yes.
so you ran ahead of
Oh, yeah,
everybody?
she walked. She's annoyed again.
Sure, that makes
Ari is
sense.
very much being a teenager right now.
Cool. So you kind of walk off into the darkness. There is no light here.
I have dark vision.
Okay, so you have dark vision. That's awesome.
Yes.
So as you can see, the caverns kind of split there. You can go towards the south, or you can continue going the direction that you're going.
Oh shoot! Sorry.
I'll be walking
we,
behind her, like giving her some space, but I'm not letting her out of my sight. Right.
I would-
So she could be
I
like
would go
50 feet
down-
ahead or something, but
I would go down to area 3.
Oh, that is so perfect.
Oh, my damn.
Perfect, because
avatar.
that's exactly where the egg is.
I don't think it's gonna be that perfect. I think it's gonna be more like I just got myself into a fight.
but everyone
Mhm.
here is nice. They're expecting us. There's
Mm-hmm.
gonna be Coco. We've already covered this.
Alrighty, I am going to
Roll initiative.
let's see here.
I just noticed at the top of this cave, if you look at the map, it kind of looks like a derpy looking like alligator.
Yeah.
All right.
Not a
So,
flaccid-
Ari,
Oh,
what's
yeah, you
your
missed the flaccid penis talk.
Ari? Ari, what's your AC?
It is 16. 16.
Okay. So as you're walking into this area, you hear and then another one. And then another one. And then another one. And just as you're like, it almost sounds as if someone is shooting, you feel a sharp pain go through your shoulder.
You would just hear, ow!
And you're gonna take 7 damage.
Okay.
And now everybody roll initiative.
This doesn't seem very abandoned.
But you guys are gonna find out exactly why it's called what it's called.
21 for me.
21 for me.
Nice. Dex is gonna win on
Rollies.
that one.
I have a +5.
9.
Plus 4.
I got a 6.
Skellington, what'd you get?
9.
9.
9.
Okay.
Hello. 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 Hello.
Anka, what did you roll?
A total of 10.
Okay. Alrighty.
Is this like a cliff in front of us, or is this a wall? Or is this going up, or is this going down?
There's a staircase and then there's a cliff next to it.
But is it going up, or is it going down?
It's going up.
Huh.
Alright. So we're gonna see how well you guys do as these humanoid looking bats drop from the ceiling. They're very, very small looking creatures, but they do look like they're human. They do have bat wings. They do have fangs. And they are going to... One of them is going to go first. So I don't have pictures of them on here, so I'm using these ones.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Yeah.
Okay.
All
Did
right.
you hear me before?
No.
Okay. I accidentally unplugged my headphones.
Okay.
Sorry.
So, we have one that's going to fly towards Ari here and is going to try and bite you. And that's going to miss. The other one's going to come and try and hit you with its sword there. A 23 to hit and 7 more
Who are you
damage.
talking-
You,
Who are
Ari,
you talking to?
Ari.
Me?
Yep.
Okay, yeah. 23 hits.
And that's 7 more damage.
Gotcha. Oh, shit.
All right.
Screwed up.
Tornus, it's your turn.
How much of a drop is that, Cliff? Does it look like something that I could just jump down and roll? And stab the
You-
bear rat there?
You would be jumping up, not down.
Oh, okay.
But yeah,
Okay,
you're
fine.
tall. You're tall enough so you can legit like just grab the top and pull yourself up. It'll take you half movement to get up of it, up it, and then you can continue the rest of your movement there.
Yeah, it looks like it doesn't matter. I got the speed for it anyways. So I'll move and I'll go just so Ari, watch out, you're being surrounded. And I'll run forward and attack that were rat on the left.
It's a
Hey,
were bat.
Oh, sorry,
but yes.
the were bat, yeah.
I don't have bat images apparently.
So right there,
Yep.
and first attack is not the best roll. 18 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
All right. Get my dice out. That does 10 points of damage, and I'll throw I think it's a D8. Yeah. So
Mhm.
10. So 15 points of damage total. And then I have a +5 to my AC next round.
Okay.
And I think I get one more attack.
Mhm.
It's still up, right?
It's still up.
All right. So second attack is that's less. 15 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
All right, and then just only 6 points of damage.
It is beat the heck up. It didn't like that at all. It was very, very mangled and bloody and all that. All right, it's your turn.
Okay, so bonus action. Real quick, I'm going to heal myself. Some healing light.
Ooh,
no.
you touch yourself and you glow. You feel a
That's sick. Are you?
burning sensation there. That's most of one hit. That's fine.
Yeah, but is that? Do I have to do it twice? I mean, I checked 2 boxes. Do I have to click it twice for 2 healings?
You can only heal as a bonus action once. So if you're gonna do action and then
so-
bonus action.
No. So what I said. So for healing light, like I can do so many boxes, right? It's like 7 boxes, and I clicked 2 of them so I could roll twice. And I clicked the 7d6, and I rolled once. Do I have to roll that twice, or do I only roll it once to get 2 boxes worth? I hope that makes sense.
I don't know. You have to read the mechanics of it.
You read how much did you roll? I mean, it's 1d6 per thing. So did
Yeah,
you roll
and
a
so
1d6?
I roll-
Did you roll?
Yeah, I rolled 1. So I just roll it. Do I roll it again?
Yeah, just roll it again.
Yeah, so I thought, okay. I just want to make sure I wasn't cheating. Okay, so 9 healing. Okay, so let me do that really quick. How many of these guys are there?
That you see, the one that came at you is 2. When you look around, there's 5 total.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna Eldritch Blast both of those.
They're polar opposites of you. If you look at the map there, one's in
Doesn't
front and
matter,
one's
though.
in the back.
I get 2 beams.
Okay.
So I'll start with the 1.
Okay.
It's a why this thing
This is 9 to hit.
love and hate my laptop. Yeah, so it doesn't 9 hit?
No.
Damn. I get to do the second beam? I do, right?
Yeah. Because you're doing 2 hits.
Let's try it again. Oh, for fuck's sake. I'm not using my mouse, and I'm like stupid when it comes to this thing, apparently. A 10.
10 does not hit.
Yep, that's a wasted turn. Okay, that's my turn.
Hey, you healed yourself. That's not completely wasted.
I guess, yeah.
It is the third bat's turn. And he's going to position himself over here, and he's going to shoot at not Tishlin. He's going to shoot at Tornus and misses. The fourth bat is going to fly over to Tornus and try and bite him, because why not? Tornus, you're kinky, right?
Of course.
Cool. You just
Try
got.
everything once, twice if it's fun.
Does 18 hit your?
It does not. I currently have 22.
Nice. Yeah. Well, he tries to give you a little monkey bite there, but it's a werebat bite, and he gets real close, but you kind of push him off a little bit, like you're not interested in that at all, and he misses.
Gotta buy boy dinner first before you go there.
Yeah. Gotta at least do dinner. Ankh, it's your turn.
Okay, we'll step up to this ledge here, and I'm gonna
You're
drop
firing. You're firing up.
firing up.
Yeah, you'd have to climb the ledge.
Oh,
not
this is
jump down.
up?
Yes.
Oh, then yeah, I guess we can walk up it. That'll be all of my movement.
There you go. Sorry, I heard what you're trying to do.
Thank you. And I've never been more blind than I am right now. We're gonna go ahead and drop a moonbeam.
Did they tat your eyes?
No, I've got my contacts out and I'm missing my glasses. I can't find them.
You don't need them.
So I just straight up can't see.
That makes sense, yeah.
5-foot radius. So we're gonna drop a moonbeam on the back too. So
Okay.
if they could make saves for me.
Sure, what they gotta make? What kind of saves?
A constitution save.
Like, oh, fuck. I'm just gonna go ahead and call it. Ooh, one passes with a nat 20, but the other one failed like a fucker.
Oh, good for it. I prefer it when they fail, actually.
Mhm.
So 12 damage if they failed.
Mhm.
6 if they pass. And if they just happen to be shapeshifters, it drops them out of their shapeshifting.
Ooh, they're not shapeshifters, but good try.
Yeah.
They are something else,
Or-
like cursed.
Yeah, I can't do anything for that. Sorry. How are my allies here feeling? Who's hurt? the most.
I'm down 5, but I don't know if anybody else has been hit.
I'm good.
Oh, you're fine then. That's my turn.
Oh, you're good. Never mind then.
That's fine.
You don't
I'm
need my
fine.
attention. You're fine.
All right. The other bat didn't like that, so they're gonna fly right on over to you.
Just like, I guess if it really wants to.
Oh, it's really, really gonna try and like swoop down and bite you.
Okay.
It doesn't hit, unfortunately.
Yeah, okay.
Oh. I don't.
But that's its turn. Skellington, it's your turn.
All right.
Come save your crew.
I'm gonna pull out my crossbow. I'm gonna take a shot.
Alrighty. So the one you'd be able to see would be the one closest to Anka.
1870.
Okay, I'm gonna shoot with a sharpshooter.
Okay.
So -5.
Alrighty. Yeah, that hits.
It would be 17 to hit.
Yeah, it still hits.
I don't know why I rolled that. It shouldn't roll with fire damage.
Hidden.
Is it?
Did you?
Yeah, I'll just roll it.
No, use the picture last.
22 points of piercing damage.
Only 2?
22.
Oh, 22. Yeah, it's done.
Okay, I'm gonna hit the one next to Aerie.
You will have to move a little bit, like towards the staircase, but you can do that. That's shooting up, so you have to actually move towards the staircase, like towards where Anka's at.
Staircase.
Yeah, where Anka's at. Yeah, that's the staircase right there.
Okay, so I'll just get there.
Yep, that's fine.
So this was down before
Yep.
we played it. I'm gonna shoot it. Yep, that one. So a 14 to hit with sharpshooter. Hits awesome. At 20
Yeah, it's
points
dead.
of piercing damage. Boop. Right. And then as my bonus action, I'm going to yell to Ari what any good man would do. Ari, you need to calm down.
Oh man.
And I'm going to give you a font of bardic inspiration.
Ew.
Thank
I don't know. With that sort of statement, it's probably disinspiration or
Right.
or
Bardic Rage. Yeah.
Bardic Rage. I mean, it can be used for damage.
Right?
So use it as you foresee.
Alright. Is that it?
That is it. That is my turn.
Alright. Samoto, it's your turn.
All right, I'm gonna popping my wings out isn't an action or anything like that. I just
No.
can.
Yeah, you just can.
Alright.
Yep.
So I'll fly up here.
Yep.
See everything that's going on and cast a magic missile at 2nd level,
Okay.
which is the base level. 3 missiles goes towards the guy. Well, I guess further back.
Okay.
So 1. That's 3
Mhm.
plus 3 plus 4. So 10 damage. I
Alright.
think it's all 4 damage.
It's all force damage. He is looking real bad. You hit him with all this
And-
force damage, and like you just see like sections of his wing just falling off and blasting off there. He's not in good shape.
Do I see anybody that looks hurt? Probably not, because we just.
The one that you just hit looks very hurt.
I think Aerie was the most hurt, so I will just use Healing Word on Aerie
All right.
at 1st level for 4 healing.
Okay.
Thank you.
Actually, no. You know what? I missed 1 missile. There was 1 more missile that needed to come out.
You did 3 missiles.
It was supposed to be 4. It's at 2nd level, so 5.
All right, fine. You killed him.
5 more, of course. Okay. That's my turn.
All right. Tishlin's gonna go. And I'm just gonna kind of move him. He gets to about there, and that's all he's gonna do. Back at the top of the order here, we've got this guy gonna kind of surround here and take a couple swings here at Tishlin. A 13 probably doesn't hit, and 18 doesn't hit, right?
Nope.
All right, that's his turn. It's gonna be, I'm sorry, not Tishlin, Tornus. Tornus, it's your turn.
All right. I'll reach out to attack the one I had attacked earlier with oh, that's a bad roll. 12 to hit.
Nope, that misses.
And then I'll do it again, and that's a 20.
That
Three to
hits. Yep.
All right. D8, 11 points.
He's dead. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. He's not dead.
And 11
Look
points not dead.
No, I was looking at the wrong one.
Oh yeah, I got that too. So plus another 8, so 19 total.
Okay.
So the one I damaged before is still up. I guess I'm probably doing half damage.
He's still up.
All right. So why don't you just give up? We already killed most of your friends. You don't need to attack us. And that's it with my turn.
Okie dokie. The one that you just hit is going to swing at you. 23 to hit.
Nope, I've got a 25 right now.
Holy
Nice.
crap. Jeez. Yeah, no, he's very, very not happy.
I said give up. You're all blind as bats. You can't hit me. I do a little dance in front of him.
Ooh. That's rude. That was rude.
Yeah, I'm being racist. I went there.
A little bit, yeah. Anka. No, I'm sorry. Ari, it's your turn.
And there's 2 left.
There's 2 left.
I will do the same thing with the Eldritch Blast.
All right.
Do I use my Bardic Inspiration for attack before, or can I add it if it fails?
You can
I
add
really
it if
can't
he
remember how it
fails.
works. Okay, so let me try. I just figured out this mouse problem. Sorry, bear with me. Okay. For fuck's sake. All right, I'm adding it. So it's a D4, right?
The D6.
A D6. Okay, so that was an 8. Hang on a second. Oh, I like shit today. So that's a 13 to hit.
That hits.
Sweet. And then let me roll damage. That's 9 damage.
That kills the one.
And so I'll attack the second one with my second beam.
Mm-hmm.
23 to hit.
That'll hit.
And woo, 1 damage.
Yes. Slay Queen. Let's go.
And then let me see, quick bonus action. Yep, that's it.
All right, Anka, it's your turn.
Sorry. I'm going to bonus action move my moonbeam to hit the last rat.
Okay.
So if I could make a con save.
It cannot because it sucks. It's
Damn,
12.
that fails. I think.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so 12 damage for it. Does it die with that?
No.
Okay, cool. Then
It's
I will
not
step
happy.
here.
Okay.
I don't blame it for not being happy. And that is a 19 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Cool. For 10 damage.
Ooh.
Does that kill it?
It looks like it wants to die.
Me too. But that's the end of my turn.
You look like you want to die, really?
Yes.
Oh, I'm gonna go kill myself because I couldn't kill a bat. Yeah, okay. Skellington, it's your turn. Finish this thing off.
Alright, just gonna normally shoot it.
Yep, go ahead.
A 26 to hit.
Yeah, you just shoot it. Doesn't even matter what you roll for damage. It had 1 damage point
And-
left. So as long as you don't have negative rolls to your damage, you kill it.
Yeah, 10 points of damage.
Yeah, you pin it to the wall.
Oh,
Then you guys are out of combat.
Well, that was interesting. What are these bat things? And I'll like take a look at one and I'll poke it, investigate it.
Yeah, it's as if a dwarf made love with a bat, except it's more humanoid than bat, and oddly enough, more bat than humanoid. It's a werebat, so like it's kind of the best of both worlds. It's very creepy and ugly looking.
It's a creepy thing, and I've seen a lot of different things. I'm not sure why she left her egg here. Seems maybe not the best idea when there's these bitey guys flying around.
No.
Maybe well,
No.
Do you know if your grandma said that the dragon made friends with, or I don't know, that they made friends with werebats? I guess you were there, Skellington. Did you have
No.
bat friends when you were young?
so you Meta, you
Hmm.
revealed his secret just now.
He did.
I'm just
No.
throwing that out there if you want to change that.
No.
No.
Nope.
No.
Nope. He said what he said.
No.
So Ari's gonna look at Skellington. You were there.
Oh, sorry, Skeleton. It was gonna come out eventually. Honestly, I made it longer than I thought. I mean, did you really expect me to hold this secret all the way here?
I was trying to get a little bit of see your character and see how long you could last, but I didn't think you would last that long, so I will give you a little bit of a congratulations. I'll clap my hands for him.
I also accept cash tips.
No.
Well done. Yes. Ari, you would know me as Skelly, and I'll give him out.
yeah. Skellington was there 1,000 years ago.
I've actually been
Interesting.
in this cave before, to be honest with you, with your parents or grandparents.
Oh,
No.
really?
My grandmother Jax, and you don't seem to be anything like what she described you. And she's just gonna walk the fuck off.
I mean, remember what happened last time you walked off? Maybe
No.
not that far ahead.
So I'm gonna go into 4.
Yeah, it's just dark and creepy and smells disgusting.
As we're walking, I'm
might-
gonna say,
might
they
be
weren't friends
what,
with werebats, were they?
What who she thinks I am, apparently, but she does take after her grandmother, that's for sure. She's going to get herself killed if I don't watch her.
Are there any enemies in this room?
No, it seems quiet.
Do I see any eggs? particularly dragon-sized?
No, it's very, very empty. He said.
You know, I had to watch over your grandmother as well to make sure she didn't die, just like you're trying to accomplish now, right?
I'm not trying to die. I'm a
You're
big girl.
definitely acting like it.
I'll take
Can
it
I
as a
fly
compliment. And she just
Up
walks off.
here to see if there's anything up there.
I think you're being too hard on the child. That was British.
There's nothing up there, Sam.
You think I'm being too hard on her, do you, Uncle?
I was the one that watched after Jax after you left.
We should probably go towards 7 because I don't see that.
Well, this is getting
an
to
ancient
be
dragon.
quite a few different interaction here. Me and you looking at each other, I'm kind of dissociating between,
Ooh,
is it skeleton version 2 talking to Anka, or are we now Skelly talking to
Rosea? Yeah.
Rosea? Yes, it gets a little confusing, you know, because we have two different relationships. I don't know how to go forward in treating you. Did you want me to treat you like Rosea now, or
I don't want to think too much into it, honestly.
I'm
It's a
losing
little bit too
myself.
much for me.
Same here. But those ones up there are definitely going to go get themselves.
Oh, they're
killed.
going to get themselves killed. We should follow them.
Oh yes,
I'm gonna go into 6.
Sure.
guys, it's to the left. Don't just like go around willy nilly and you're going to get yourselves killed. I've literally been here.
So, Skeleton, I'm just thinking now, you and
All
you know,
right,
Ari
bye.
were kind of hitting off on a thing earlier. How do you feel about that now?
Feel about what?
Well, weren't you two like kind of interested in each other a little bit? But now that you realize that she's kind of your friend's great granddaughter, does that change your feelings?
Oh, not at all. I was messing with her to begin with. Well, what do you expect me to do? And I'm just going to like look down and then look back
mean-
to him and be like, you do understand I'm a living undead in there isn't any motive for me to form any kind of a relationship like that.
Yeah, it's pretty sad to say that you don't want to find love anymore or any attachment, any friendships.
Friendship, yes, but love, no. Once you kind of lose all of your human, I would say, like desires and wants, I think that kind of went out the window for me a long time ago.
Were you a human before you were made into a skeleton?
Maybe? That's the question I still don't know to this day. Your guess is as good as mine, to be honest.
I mean, have you tried to fall in love or, any sort of carnal relations? I mean, maybe you'll like it.
Not.
If you're just not sure because you haven't tried it.
I mean, I guess that's fair enough. I don't
I feel
think
like
I've
you're
really
taking a really
tried.
weirdly in-depth interest in this.
I could definitely see a skeleton boning somebody.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
That was a good one.
Was that a joke? I did not get it.
Rose.
Anyway.
It's okay.
You're not
Hey,
gonna-
It's also
It's not her fault. She doesn't have her contacts in, guys. She can't see jokes like she normally does.
Oh my god.
either version of you would have the same response, so it's okay.
So yeah, is there anything happening in 7? Because I was just thinking like an ancient dragon couldn't fit into small crevices.
A whole bunch of nothing going on in 7.
About 6.
Nothing going on in 6. A lot of stinkiness in 6. Cobwebs and stuff like that.
All right,
Go.
you all
So
want
is this-
to pay attention and actually just go the place we need to go, or not?
Fine.
Ooh.
All right, I'm going to literally go all the way to A.
You go all the way to A? Oh,
A.
A?
He's like down.
Oh, there's a
down.
letter.
yeah.
You
So,
go through
Down here.
7, through 8, down below 8, to 9, to 10, all the way to A.
all right, well, I mean, there are
Bottom
things.
right,
There are things before
along the way.
A.
Couldn't possibly be things before A. The DM would never do something like that.
I would never trick you guys into having some false security.
Well, that's where I go.
All right, so you start heading that way.
We're
In
making our way downtown.
in 8, there is a little tunnel that you guys have to cross through, and it's a little bit narrower than you remember at Skellington, so it's very, very tight going through that. But as you go through it, you come out the other side, go down the steps, come around the corner, and you see 3 giant well, they're not really giant, but they're big and bulky. Grizzly bear looking creatures down here in 9.
Okay.
And you can see they're kind of like, get back up there, guarding this doorway or this stairway rather. Put him there.
Okay.
These are about the size of Tornus, so they're pretty big. Finally, Tornus, someone that can look you eye to eye. And they also have this weird look to them. You see some kind of like, they're standing upright instead of on all fours like normal bears. They have claws, but also kind of like fingers for claws and feet, but like with real sharp nails. And one of them's wearing an eye patch, and the other's got like braided hair coming off of his face, like he braided his beard or something like that. All 3 of them are wearing these kilt-like gowns with belts on them, kind of as if they were not always bears.
All right. So we had werebats, and now we have werebears. Cool.
Well, if they were werebats, they would have been forced out of their shapeshift.
Well, it's what they looked like to me, and well, now we have the same thing, but bear form.
So if they were
I mean,
in,
I can push them out of shapeshift.
if they were in full bat form, or in this case full bear form, it would push them into their hybrid form. But they're in their hybrid form, so that is kind of their true form, as they are cursed / tainted in a way. And the way that we're going to do this interaction to save time, I need one of you guys to roll, and I need you to beat a 20 on your initiative. If you can beat a 20, you guys go first. You got a nat 20?
Natural 20 for a 26.
Okay, so you guys are going to go first in this interaction, and then they are going to go. And they're just going to do it collectively, just like that, just to make time go faster.
All of our turns go the same.
That's
Alright,
it.
Sure.
Are we doing it narratively or actually rolling dice and doing stuff?
Just roll dice. I
Just
guess.
yep, just go and do what you want to do. So if you want to move into position, I'll let you all get into position first.
We're
And
in
then
combat.
yes, you are. You can't move the bears.
Well, they have to be on the grids.
They're on the grid to me. Oh, you mean
On
what the?
grid to me.
Yeah, just move them over. And you guys are assholes.
Put them on the grid where you want them.
They are on the grid where I wanted them.
That was me. Sorry. I couldn't help it.
All right, so we'll have well, why not? Let's go alphabetically. So that'll be Anka first
Why did we decide alphabetically?
because I just decided to do that.
Okay. Well, let's drop a moonbeam
Is it
right in
Aerie?
between these two. That one and that one.
R comes after N.
Yeah.
So
I
between the
don't
two
like
of
that I can't draw on this map. Can I?
you should be able to
Yeah,
do
mark
something.
I'm gonna go with no. I'm gonna go with no.
Okay. So but the
Put a
bottom two
moonbeam
there.
right between those two. So if we could get a save from them.
Yeah.
How did you highlight? How did you do
Wait,
that?
Looks like a GPS icon.
23 and a 5.
23 and a 5. The 5 definitely fails.
Yeah.
Nope.
Okay, well, 5 damage for the one that succeeded, 10 for the one that failed.
Okay.
And I guess if they're not in hybrid form, they get pushed to it.
They're all in hybrid form.
Okay.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Everybody. You said 5 and 10. Okay. Alrighty. It'll be Ari's turn.
Okay, so I have a question. So hypnotic pattern.
Yes.
Tornus is there.
Uh huh.
I mean,
You would have
we
to make a
could've
save.
coordinated that, right? Because you'd be casting.
You
it
can.
right in, but,
Yeah.
What do you mean, like coordinating?
Like
We're
then I
actually
would
there
have.
yet?
Yeah.
Right. I guess if we're
Oh.
doing it in order, but that's my intention is to move there. So
I see what you're saying. So yeah, so I would want to try to cast hypnotic pattern.
Mhm.
So they need to
How many is they?
all 3.
Okay.
They need to beat a wisdom 15.
Oh, okay. That's easy. Only one of them passes.
So the other 2 fail. Okay, so the other 2 are charmed and incapacitated.
Okay.
And yeah, we'll say that's my turn.
Alrighty. That'll move us over.
Which one passed? Just so everybody.
The one
knows
at the
not to
bottom.
hit it.
The one at the bottom. Yep, that's the one.
Okay. So don't hit the other 2.
All right. So then the next person will be Skellington.
Actually, Sam is alphabetically.
I apologize,
Oh.
Sam. I just don't like your face. No, I'm just kidding. All right, Sam, go ahead.
Okay. If Skeleton wants to go first, he can go first.
No.
Sure.
Right.
I go for it.
Okay, if you're saying it sounded like you were about to actually do something, so you go ahead.
A shoot.
Which one? Top, middle, bottom?
Top.
Okay.
Wait.
That misses.
That one. That one's not
That one.
incapacitated. The
Yeah,
other
the
ones
other
are
two are
staring off stars.
They're incapacitated.
Those two are incapacitated.
Yep. The top two and bottom one's not.
Yeah. Bottom one then.
All right.
17 to hit.
17 does hit.
6 points of piercing damage. And that's my action.
All right. Bonus actions, anything else like that?
Nope, I'm good.
All right, Sammy.
Okay, how wrecked does this bottom Goliath werebear look like?
Looks like you tried giving him a haircut.
He just looks a little bit scruffled.
He looks like he got hit by a girl.
Okay, I'm gonna cast.
And by girl, I mean like a little
Magic
girl.
Missile at 3rd level.
Okay.
So that's 5 missiles.
Okay.
Nice.
That's 5. Oops.
You said 1, 5.
I'm sorry. It's just 5 plus. Be fast for use my own dice. Another 5
Mm-hmm.
plus 4 plus 5 plus 4. Oh, it's force damage.
Okay.
And
He does not seem too concerned.
I'm not gonna do anything else. That's it. I'm just gonna stay right here.
All right.
Actually, if I don't. How high is the ceiling? If I was flying, could I?
15 feet high.
Well, let me get 10 feet high then. So
Okay.
that bump in my head.
All right. Tornus, it's your turn.
All right. Seeing that the other two are knocked out, I'll roll around and then I'll attack the guy on the bottom.
Yeah, sure.
So, bad. I think that's a 16 to hit.
That
Yeah,
hits.
16 to hit.
That hits.
Oh, cool. So let me do math.
Mm-hmm.
20, and then I'll throw 20 points of piercing damage,
Mhm.
and then 2 points of cold damage.
Okay.
And so when the cold damage hits, a little like cloud comes up. So
Mhm.
now I'm invisible to him. So I presumably get advantage on my second hit in this turn because he can't see me. Part of the ability. So I'll hit him one more time. Oh, so close to a 20. But that's a 27 to hit and
Hit him up.
11 more points of damage.
All right.
Hit him up.
What kind of damage was it again?
The 11 points of regular piercing.
Piercing? Okay, cool.
And my AC, I picked that up. Was it? I think it's a 21 this turn.
Okay. It's gonna be Tishlin's turn.
Slashes with a special, cool, very
He does
overpowered.
87 points of damage.
No.
All right. So he's going to.
Kill that guy.
Yeah, right. Nice try.
How does he want to do it?
That's fun.
You guys think way too little what's really going on. Okay, so that's gonna be a hit there and a hit there. Both of those are gonna hit, okay? And ooh, that's gonna suck. And that's just wow. The 2 lightning damages were weak. All right. So it's going to be the bear's turn. So they're charmed. So at the end of the 2 other bears' turn, can they try and re-roll wisdom to get out of being charmed or no? At the end of their turns.
Don't think so. I don't think so. Let me double check.
Okay. While you're double
this
checking with
is-
that, the non-charmed bear is gonna look at Tornus and in giant, he's gonna say to you, all your attacks are weak and feeble. And he's
Cut up.
oh
All I heard was all your attacks are weak.
and feeble. And he's going to swing at you with his axe for 27 to hit,
Sure.
doing 10 slashing damage. And he's going to bite you for 23 to hit.
Before he bites me,
Mhm.
I'm going to when he hits me, I'm going to poof and disappear and be 30 feet away from him. And I'll
Ooh,
take half damage for that with one of my abilities.
ooh, interesting.
So I'll take 5 points, but I can do up to 30 feet away. So I'll just be, let's say, down here. And I'll say, who's feeble now and weak? You missed me. I'm all the way over here now.
All right, so you take half damage on the bite or half damage on the axe?
Half damage on the first hit. So I mean, if it's all one action, then I would take both. I could cut that off. But if it's 2 separate attacks, then it would be on the first one, and then I disappear, and then I wouldn't be there for a second attack. Depends on however you're doing the attacks.
They would.
If they're together, then I would slice them both in half. If they're 2 separate actions or 2 separate attacks,
They
you
would
attack
technically
one,
be
then
2
attack
separate attacks.
Yeah, then I would presumably, because it says when a creature you see
Yep.
hits you with an attack roll, use your reaction to give yourself resistance and teleport to an unoccupied space you can see within 30 feet of yourself.
Well, then that's going to suck for Tischling because he's going to get bit. That suck. That really does suck for him. Yeah, that's going to do that.
So,
And well, let's see what happens. This is going to be fun. He's not going to like this. Ooh, okay, interesting. All right, that is their turn because they really can't do anything else because the other two are charmed. And it is back at the top of the order there. So I guess we'll start back at Anka
Sure.
unless somebody else wants to do something else. But yeah,
Well, they need to make another save.
the
I
bottom
found the
two.
point button. Yeah.
Yes. Well, the other one's gonna instantly get hit because he's charmed.
Yeah, but if they get hit, don't they get knocked out of it?
Yeah. They
Sounds
do.
like a thing.
They're supposed to take the damage at the start of their turn.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
It's a.
Yeah.
Well, he fails, and the other one's gonna instantly get hit. So what's the damage that they have taken?
20 for the fail and 10 for the success.
Well, both of them fail.
Oh, okay, cool. And then I'm gonna. Oh, golly. I'm not gonna.
He's no
There we
longer
go.
charmed. Alrighty.
Step up here next to Tishlin. Hello. And I'm gonna attack the man. I lied. I'm gonna cast first. I would like to cast a spell.
Okay.
We're gonna go with spiritual weapon since it is not a concentration spell.
Okay. And what do you want your spiritual weapon to look like?
The staff of Saloon.
Yeah, it's
Nice.
there. You go.
So, oh, you just dropped Rosie on it? That's so funny. That's my weapon. It's a 20 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay, cool. 13 damage.
Okie dokie.
And then I attack for a 24 to hit, and I deal 8 damage, plus my sneak attack. Right.
Because we rogue.
Yeah. Am I silly?
Yes.
I think it's only 1 dice. 2 more damage.
All right.
I think it's only 1 dice. I don't know. I'll figure it out.
What type of damage was all that, by the way?
Radiant piercing, in order of how the damage was dealt.
Radiant piercing.
Yeah, it is 1 dice. I was right.
All right.
All right, that's it.
It is Ari's turn.
So, can I place another hypnotic pattern? I think I can, in a way to where it won't affect my companions down at the bottom.
Is your current hypnotic pattern a concentration spell?
Yes.
They break
Well,
concentration?
because but they're not charmed anymore, right?
The middle one's not because he got hit. The first one still is.
So 1 out of 2 are charmed. How messed up is that third one?
I mean, he's taking a lot of damage.
Yeah, I'm just gonna try to do it again.
So you're gonna drop it on him and okay.
Recast on everybody. So they need to beat up 15 wisdom.
Okay. So the top and the bottom one are now charmed. The middle one is not.
Okay. Everybody got that?
Attack that dude.
The problem is that they still take damage from the moonbeam at the start of their turn.
So it's
Well, the one will, yeah.
Yeah, and it's hypnotic pattern. I can't drop it.
so should I not do it, or what do you think, Maddie?
I think you already cast it.
I think you're fine too, but I think that he's still gonna come out of it, and I can drop it after this next turn.
Okay.
I just didn't know you were gonna cast it again.
All right, cool. Well, that's my turn then. We'll figure it out.
All right. Samato, Mr. Roboto.
Okay, so the middle one is not charmed.
That's correct.
Okay, so I'm going to fly just a little bit closer to the middle, actually, instead of the. Oh, come on, game. There we go. I'll fly right there, and I'll use a magic missile again. That's my spell of choice because it always does damage. Throw them all at the middle one. I'll just use my normal die. Okay, that's 3 plus 5 plus 4. That fell on the floor. Let me try that again. 2 plus 4.
So 18.
If you were counting it, I'll trust your math.
Okay.
And has anyone taken any damage?
Took some, but it's not worth healing.
Okay.
Still.
That'll be it.
I think a little bit more. Skellington, it's your turn.
All right, I'll attack the middle one. 14 hit.
Yep, 14 hits.
Sure. Myself 5 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And then my next roll, I'm going to do sharpshooter, but I don't think a 9 hits. So,
No, it does not.
all right.
Do a perception check for me.
Not a 12.
So you notice that as you are shooting your arrows, they are just bouncing off of these things and aren't doing any damage to them.
Piercing doesn't do any damage at all.
It does not seem to be doing any damage to these things at all.
Okay.
Oh, right. Silvered weapons are a thing.
It is Tornus's turn, then Tishlin's turn, and then their turn.
Are they wearing metal armor? What are they wearing?
They are shirtless.
They're shirtless. No metal.
All natural. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. Okay. I guess I know that the spell's gonna drop on him next turn.
So can I have the big one who's currently in a daze make a wisdom saving throw for me?
He's in a daze, so he just automatically fails.
Okay, then I'll yell at him. Hey, dude, your shirtless friend looks better than you do. You need to work out. And he'll take 44 damage then. Or
Nice.
D4, not really that much damage. 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 points of psychic damage, and he has to immediately he was going to wake up from his daze, and he has to attack the werebear next to him.
Okay. So 11 damage, you said?
Yeah, he takes 11 psychic, and then he needs to do an attack roll on his buddy above him.
Sure.
Oh, let me ask one quick question.
Uh-huh.
Is that still the fact when my bow is considered magical? So my arrows are magical?
Hmm.
I'm hitting with magical damage.
Let me double check here.
That should supersede the need for silvered weaponry, but I could be
You
wrong.
are... Nope, you are correct.
That's what I thought. So should probably be adding my damage to them then.
I added the first one because I didn't see that thing, and then I made it a thing for the second round.
Well,
So you're
now
all
the
set.
second round took its damage.
Yep. All right. Tishlin's turn.
Well, did he take attack on the werebear above him?
Tishlin hasn't taken his turn yet, so it's not their turn yet.
No, he does that as a reaction on my
Oh,
turn.
as a reaction on your turn.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sure.
Well,
He
let me
can,
just make sure it doesn't waste his turn. Yeah, it must use its reaction. Yeah.
yeah, he can sit there and swing at him. Okay. He attacked.
I guess it's probably not a silvered weapon, so it's probably not going to deal with.
That's it. It's not Mitch, so I mean, he just slaps him in the face, and that's it. Tishlin's gonna go up to the guy in the screw it, he's gonna do the guy that's standing right in front of him, and he's gonna grab him with his hands and cast inflict wounds on him. So that's gonna bring it down to that, and then again he's gonna hit him with the axe there and do that's some zapping damage. All right, now it's their turn. Those two are gonna get hit by the moonbeam. So what's the damage for the moonbeam?
Hello.
10 for a fail.
All right, well both of them pass. So
10, 5.
okay, and they're gonna turn and attack you, fuckers. So this guy's gonna walk over. Like he's gonna take the attack of opportunity if the spiritual weapon gets one. He's gonna go over at Ari.
Don't believe so.
Gonna go over to Ari, and he's going to attack Ari with a claw for 21 to hit,
That hits.
14 damage,
Ouch.
and a little love bite for that's crit damage there. That's gonna be 25 plus 22, so that's gonna be 47 piercing damage, and you need to do a Constitution saving throw.
This is for me.
Yep.
So as a reaction, I'm going to cast Tomb of Levistus
Ooh.
and encase myself in ice.
Okay.
I get 60 temporary hit points.
Okay. You still need to do a Constitution saving throw,
Well,
but
the way that spell works is it covers her in ice, and then the ice takes the attack first.
I see.
That because I use that a lot with Ragdoll to get
Yep.
out of fire breath and stuff.
So is that after the claw or after the bite that she casts that?
Well, it's a reaction, so it would go with the first attack.
All right, so then the crit damage that I just rolled that was beautiful hits the ice instead, and you don't have to do a Constitution saving throw. So that was
How much
47
was that?
47 points of damage to the ice.
Got it.
Oh, you fuckers.
It's capitalizing on your own abilities.
That's fine.
Nathaniel is knowing your character.
Yeah, it's also knowing that Anka
Don't
can't do
shame me.
that.
Okay.
Hey, Anka, does 18 hit?
No,
How about 23?
that hits.
Cool. That's going to be 20.
I'm gonna yell, "Hey, dumbass! I'm over here!" And
make you re-roll that with silvery barbs.
All right. It's still 22.
That still hits.
All right. So it's 25 piercing damage from the bite, and you got to do a Constitution saving throw.
Ow!
Since you like to make me roll Constitution all the time,
You know what? That's a 6.
I don't want anybody to know that, even though they probably do.
Saloon likes shapeshifters.
Saloon does love shapeshifters. So this is actually fine. For concentration on a spell, it's equal to the damage or 10, whichever one is higher, right?
Yes.
Moonbeam is dropped.
Perfect.
I cannot pass that check, actually.
We're gonna have fun with you, aren't we?
I thought that was a...
Yep. All right. And the other one can't do anything.
There we go.
Oh, no. The other one can do something because concentration's dropped from Ari.
Yeah.
The only thing he could do is really go over and try and attack the ice cube. That's about all he can do. So he's going to come at it with his axe. 22 to hit the ice cube, doing 9 damage, which isn't anything. And the other one's going to miss. So your ice cube takes an additional 9 damage. All right.
Okay.
Anka,
Yeah.
you're up.
Okay. Moonbeam is down. The other things, however, this is how we rolled that. How does a 25 sound to hit?
It sounds like it's going to hit him.
And how does a 27
no.
sound to hit? That'll also hit.
Better than a 25.
18 damage.
What kind of
That little
damage?
guy. Force and then piercing.
All right. So how much is force?
9.
Okay.
Hit
Alrighty.
And then, I really don't want to stand next to this man anymore, so
Ooh, nice.
I'm gonna disappear and reappear over here.
Nice. Good job.
Yeah, I really don't want to stand next to him anymore. And that's it.
Smelly.
You feel that bite, like, it just does not feel right to you.
Yeah, it hurt.
Mm.
Owie.
It hurt, and it's like pulsing.
Owie. This is fine. Saloon loves shapeshifters.
She
Part of her
loves them.
thing.
Loves them. Ari, it's your turn.
So I'm still encased in this.
So then you just lose a turn.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, the way it works is it goes away now, and you lose your turn. So you didn't take any damage.
Yeah.
But your turn's gone this turn.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Sam, it's your turn.
Okay, who's the roughest looking woman?
I have 8 HP left.
Probably
8.
Anka. Yeah.
Yeah.
You got punished for
Yeah, I did.
those from Rosia saying don't do it.
So funny.
Okay,
I got
I
the
will,
shit beat out of me for it.
use. Which one of the werebears looks the roughest?
The one at the bottom there, he's pretty beat up.
I'll use magic missile at first level.
Mm-hmm. So that is Les Trois.
5 plus 4 plus 5
Okay.
force damage. Is he still up?
Yeah, you see as you start hitting him, like this little shimmer appears the first, like when you hit him. He still takes a little bit of damage, but he doesn't take as much as you threw at him.
With force damage? I thought that was considered magic.
Oh,
Okay.
it is, but you have your special reactions, and so do they.
So I'll fly over to Anka and I'm like, I think you need a little pick me up, and I'll use not cure wounds. Actually, I don't need to fly over here for anything, but I'll do it for it because I feel inspired to. I'll use healing word. What is
Hidden
this? 3rd level
Sure.
for 12 healing points.
Thank you.
What was that?
And
I'm British.
give her-
I came up British.
I'll give her a wink and fly up and about right here. Take my place again.
All right. Skellington, it's your turn.
The 2 up top are not incapacitated, right?
No, all the spells have been dropped, and they are extremely angry.
Hypnotic pattern, you need them both to make a wisdom saving throw.
Nice. Let's see. One does a 17, the other does a 15.
Both pass.
Alrighty.
Ready.
Alrighty, that brings it. He's like, and I'm gonna run.
Run away!
Run away! Alright, that brings us to Tornish, then Tishlin.
All right. How tall did you say the ceiling was? This is like a big cavern that goes.
It's
up a
big,
bit,
yeah. It's
or
about 15 feet high.
only 15 feet high.
Yep, he says only.
Yeah, I'm just trying to do the math. I think we'll be good if I do it. All right. I'll point over the 2 at the in the north,
Mhm.
and I need to make a Constitution saving throw for me.
They really like these.
I know, but it's the only thing I have that I
Alright.
think can maybe help us
So
out.
one's a 15 and one's a 9.
Yes, they both fail. So I say, up you go, and I cast levitate on them. And so they will go 20 feet up in the air, and they're stuck at the ceiling right now, and they can't move.
Alrighty.
Nice.
Dragging themselves across the ceiling.
Okay.
So
That's
They
funny.
should be too far away to attack Ari. They're just floating in the sky.
You would think that,
And then
wouldn't
I'm
you?
going to
Follow Skellington's lead and go hide in the corner.
All right, and how long does that last for? 1 round or?
10 minutes.
Ooh, man, they're up there for a minute. All right.
No, 10 minutes.
All right. It's Tishlin's turn. He's gonna try and finish off this bear. Yeah.
Wait, he should in one hit.
Yeah, he should. But let's see what happens.
We can finish the other 2 off at our leisure now. They'll just be up there, you know?
That's gonna hit. I already know what the other ones are gonna do, so that brings him there. And he drops the bear right next to him. Just barbecues him to death. Boop. The floating bears are very, very upset that they're at the top, so they are going to throw their axes at Ari.
I
Well,
just pictured like
Lovely.
in
That's the best I
Before
could
s-
do. At least you're not going to get bit.
Well, they're throwing it, so it's a disadvantage. So 10 misses. Oh man, that was a crit. And the other one's 26. So one's gonna hit for 7 damage. It just like knocks you.
you guys know the characters in Force Unleashed where you start levitating them, they just start flailing all over the place.
Yeah.
All right, and you guys are out of combat for right now because you have some floating bears.
Yeah, I mean, we could just cast, low level
Yeah,
spells
I
on
think-
them for the
I
next
think
10 minutes.
we're just gonna do that. Make sure that they're dead.
I keep shooting
Not
them
take
in
any
there.
more chances.
I'm doing like vicious mockery and I'm just making fun of them. You look like an idiot floating around up there.
All right, so if you
I'm
guys are
just
gonna
gonna
sit there and
keep
shoot
shooting.
stuff at him and whatever, we'll do. How many people are using actual spell slots?
I'm not using any
None
of
of
those.
us. We're gonna use cantrips.
All right, we'll just say that
Chill
they.
touch.
You guys get them
Ray of
down to.
Frost.
You guys get them down to like a really lower hit points there, and then the spell wears off, and they're pretty beat up, and they drop and they just hit the ground and die from the drop itself. They both break their necks as they hit the ground.
Does anybody need healing?
No, I'm good.
I'm stable.
I'm okay.
All right. Well, they were guarding this room for a reason.
No.
It's probably the right way.
Or there's a bunch of honey in there.
All right, so you guys enter the final room,
There's
and
like honey, right?
indeed you see a giant egg, a dragon's egg, and surrounding the dragon egg are 2 were-tigers.
Son
You're
of a-
loving this wear thing today.
Tune in
Well,
next week.
We're in the were-woods, so I figured why not just do a bunch of. They're all were creatures. I thought that was kind of
Fair
fun.
enough.
Yeah.
Touche. It's very
However, the big problem is the tigers aren't guarding the egg. They're trying to break it. And that's where we'll leave off this section.
I need them to make a constitution saving throw for me. We worked on the bears.
Also a wisdom save.
Yeah.
We hypnotic pattern too.
Just do both.
But we'll do that next week if I remembered it. Oh, I'm not here next week, so.
You're not here next week.
I'll just
That's
use
the first
charm
thing. I have
person.
1 spell slot left.
Constitution 16 saving throw.
Or 1 high level spell slot.
Well, yeah, let him do it now. That way, like, at least we get the action in.
I'm pretty useless other than that because I don't have that many attack spells and I don't have silvered weapons, so I'm not going to deal much damage outside of that.
Well,
Does it take us to walk over here?
how long did it take you to walk over to the staircase?
Yeah.
It's gonna take you 7 days from today.
You're a dork.
Exactly as 6 days.
Oh,
and
we spent 10 minutes
12 hours.
fucking around with cantrips anyway.
Yeah, the room they were just banging on the egg. I'm like, what's that banging noise? I don't know. Let's keep
Mhm.
making fun of these bears floating in the air.
Yeah, did we get to level up?
In the middle of combat?
No.
Yeah,
Yep. Come on.
need to
No.
take more
I mean,
damage spells.
Let me
We're
put
not quite in the middle of combat. We did finish one round and getting ready to go into another.
let me put it
and
to you
we
this
fought
way.
Let
Let me
valiantly.
let me put it to you this way. You'll make it through this section, and you still won't level up.
I don't like your face.